The CX-30 is Mazda's smallest and most affordable SUV, but it's just as refined as the brand's larger SUVs, offering similar features and build quality. It's a bit on the pricey side when compared to direct rivals, but it has a lot to offer. As with all Mazdas, the CX-30 is entertaining to drive thanks to its ample power and athletic handling. But that doesn't come at the cost of comfort. The little SUV boasts supportive seats and a comfortable ride. It also sports an upscale interior design that's not found in most rivals. Today in this video we're gonna touch many features of this amazing Japanese masterpiece. So be attention and don't waste and skip any second of this review, and don't forget to hit like button down below. And now let's find out. But before we proceed, I recently starting mentioning my new subscriber, and if you join there is free shout out from me. So shout out for Diosolo. And for Miss Jobs TV, congratulations, you chosen of a new loyal subs. I'm always doing a random shout out from my subscribers. And if you want it to be mentioned in the next video, make sure to subscribe and don't hesitate. And now let's find out. Interior. The CX-30's interior is simple but classy. The controls are easy to see and understand. The infotainment system is laid out well, and navigating with the rotary knob is mostly easy. The exceptions are Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which would undoubtedly be more convenient to operate if the CX-30 had a touchscreen. This is smaller than a compact crossover like the Mazda CX-5 or Honda CR-V, so space is naturally not so plentiful. But adults will enjoy plenty of room up front, and 36.3 inches of rear legroom is about average, although the Kia Seltos and Honda HR-V have more. For an extra small SUV, the CX-30's cabin is pretty roomy. In front, individuals 6 feet tall and under should have ample space in all directions. Though the CX-30 will accommodate 5 total, rear seat comfort is really optimized for 2 average-size adults. Where the CX-30 does dip a bit below average is in its cargo capacity. The Seltos, HR-V, and Trailblazer all have measurably more luggage space with the rear seat folded or in place. In the CX-30's swoopier shape involves some trade-offs. It isn't as easy to climb in and out of as its boxier rival, and rear visibility is a bit compromised by a thick rear pillar and relatively small window. Technology. The CX-30 comes standard with a good amount of tech. The advanced safety and driver aids are among the best in class in the way they operate. You even get a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot, though you'll have to pay for service after the trial ends. Our test CX-30 had 2 USBs and 2 12-volt power ports up front. For an entry-level mainstream SUV, the CX-30 comes nicely equipped. Like last year's models, each one gets automatic LED headlights, rain-sensing wipers, an electronic parking brake, and push-button start. The infotainment system in the CX-30 base model features standard 8.8 inches central display, a 7.0 inches meter display, 8 speakers, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Extras include curve-adapting headlights, power liftgate and moonroof, wireless charging pad, heated front seats with an 8-way powered driver seat, head-up display, and 12-speaker Bose premium audio. The upgraded Bose audio system delivers a nice, clear sound with good bass. The navigation system is easy to use, and the 8.8 inches infotainment display is a really bright and sharp screen. Using the rotary dial is easy enough, but having a touchscreen would be welcome. In previous Mazdas, the display granted touchscreen capability if you were stopped, but that's no longer the case for this latest infotainment system that's in the CX-30. Engine. The CX-30's standard engine is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine with 191 horsepower. This engine is paired with a 6-speed automatic which chooses gears wisely based on driving conditions. A turbocharged 2.5-liter engine is optional and provides 250 horsepower. Mazda also provides a turbocharged version of the 2.5-liter engine. It populates the 2 CX-30 models with turbo replacing the S in their nameplates. It generates 250 horsepower and 320 pounds-ft of torque. With premium gasoline, if you save a few pennies per gallon at the pump by using regular fuel, the performance numbers drop to 227 horsepower and 310 pounds-ft of torque. This still makes for a wild ride in the small CX-30. Mazda also provides a turbocharged version of the 2.5-liter engine. It populates the 2 CX-30 models with turbo replacing the S in their nameplate. It generates 250 horsepower and 320 pounds-ft of torque with premium gasoline. If you save a few pennies per gallon at the pump by using regular fuel, the performance numbers drop to 227 horsepower and 310 pounds-ft of torque. This still makes for a wild ride in the small CX-30. If you're a fan of the Mazda 3 hatchback, which we are, you'll find the CX-30 just as nimble, athletic, and fun to drive. Its crisp steering and fluid body movements make it a pleasure to pilot on a twisty road and provide a sense of stability when cruising. At our test track, the the CX-30 dawdled to 60 miles per hour in 8.1 seconds. Slower than rivals such as the turbocharged Kona, but much quicker than other non-turbocharged SUVs such as the Nissan Rogue Sport and the Subaru Crosstrek. A CX-30 with the optional turbocharged engine delivered substantially quicker acceleration times and managed a 5.8 second 0 to 60 miles per hour time. Driving. The CX-30 is easy and engaging to drive. The base engine provides better than average power for this class. Our test CX-30 needed 9 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, where rivals take more than 10 seconds. Of course, you can always go with the turbocharged engine if you have the need for speed. The 0 to 60 miles per hour time is just 6.4 seconds, making the CX-30 Turbo the quickest car in its class. The steering is sharp and gives you a good feel for the road. It complements the CX-30's excellent handling as it hugs corners and feels composed and at home on twisty roads. The same flow, feel, fun, and fleetness that comes in other Mazda vehicles are all here in the CX-30. We believe anything better than this probably has a BMW badge and a price to match. The steering is outrageously responsive, and the suspension is tuned like a Stradivarius. We're convinced that Mazda had Tennessee's twisting tale of the Dragon Road in mind when it engineered this spirited little crossover. The transmission, left in its default mode, likes to upshift early to help maximize fuel economy. The transmission takes a beat to kick down if you're trying to pass at freeway speeds. Using the sport mode helps liven up the CX-30's character. It's not a niche vehicle, however. The 2023 CX-30 is easy to drive and live with, capable of handling all the usual everyday duties with a comfortable efficiency. If we had to think of a gripe, we would have preferred it if Mazda offered rear parking sensors and a few other trims, not just the top version. Comfort. For a sporty SUV, the CX-30 is really quite comfortable. The front seats are supportive and comfortable enough for long drives. The rear seats are nicely padded and offer a good seating position that's not too upright. The suspension has a sporty tautness to it, but it's still adept at absorbing bumps and impact. Freeway cruising is especially nice. The CX-30 has one of the quieter cabins in the class, which lends it an upscale feel. The dual-zone climate control is a little weak for those who like it really cold, but the rear vents ensure rear passengers get their share. The heated seats take time to warm up but are nicely toasty once they are. Safety. Every CX-30 comes with a comprehensive array of standard safety features beyond the usual airbags and stability aids. These include forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, and a driver inattention warning system. Blind spot and rear cross traffic warning are included on all but the base trim. Reverse automatic emergency braking is also now available for 2021, but Mazda was not specific about whether it was standard or optional at the time of this writing. Beyond their simple inclusion, these features are also among the best executed on the market. Most appreciably, they aren't prone to false alarms or constantly beep at you like a scolding nanny. The American government awarded the CX-30 a perfect 5 stars in every crash test. The Institute for Highway Safety named the CX-30 a top safety pick. It received the best possible ratings in all crash tests. And for its front crash prevention system, unusually, its base LED headlights got the best possible rating of good, while the curve adaptive upgrade headlights found on the range-topping premium actually got a poor rating due to excessive glare. The CX-30 also received top marks for the ease of use of its child seat latch anchors.